Hi, I'm Ann, the Shaw of the law firm of Shaw and Krausen, PA. What I like about what we do is we handle happy law. We do complicated bankruptcy cases, and to me that's happy law because we help people. But we do other happy law too. Most of the real estate work we do is happy. The buyer wants to buy, the seller wants to sell, and we help put all the legalities together. With all of the online information available now, many people underestimate the legal details in a real estate transaction. But there are lots of them. And the average person who does not buy and sell real estate every day can get very confused and make expensive mistakes. The first question is, should I work with a realtor? Know that realtors are professionals who are licensed and regulated. They generally have more local knowledge than the one-time buyer or seller. Realtors act as agents. If you are selling a property, you want the realtor to be your agent. If you are buying a property, you want an agent who is acting strictly on your behalf. But not every real estate sale necessarily needs to be handled by a realtor. If you are selling to a buyer you already know at a price and on terms already decided, you could just hire an attorney to draw up a sales contract for you, legal in Maryland. If you turn to our firm, we can also arrange the settlement for you. What you don't want to do is just grab a form online that may not comply with Maryland law. And you don't want to just blindly sign something the other party hands you. In Maryland, it can be, you sign it, you're stuck with it. Don't end up stuck.
Hi, I'm Mike Krausen. I'm an attorney with the law firm of Shaw and Krausen, PA, here on the Eastern Shore of Maryland. The Eastern Shore is where I was raised and where I learned how to treat people. In practicing law, you are fortunate enough to meet all kinds of people from all types of backgrounds. But there is one common thread: how the law can be applied to whatever situation. I practice state court law, business law, real estate law, and bankruptcy. In each of these areas, you can meet just about anyone, and whatever the situation they have, and whatever the outcome might be, I try to make one thing clear to them. In layman's terms, we practice umbrella law. If you go out into a storm and you have an umbrella, you might get wet. But if you go out into a storm without an umbrella, you are certain to get wet. If you would like to at least attempt to stay dry, contact our law office at 410-742-9171. And I hope you have a great and storm-free day.
Hello, my name is Dale Verbitz. Since 1993, I have been the settlement processor with our law firm. That means when a real property is being sold, I handle most of the paperwork and logistics. For this video, I was told I have about 60 seconds to explain the settlement process. I have to say, I have never processed a settlement in 60 seconds, but here it goes. We work with realtors and with sellers and buyers. One of the people involved in the property sale sends us a contract of sale. Then I make contact with the buyers and sellers and the lender if there is a lender. Using the internet, I do a title search on the property. A title search is an index of the public records to make sure the seller really owns the property he is selling. I also do a judgment search on the buyers and sellers to make sure that good title can be conveyed, free of liens and encumbrances. As we proceed through the process, I get invoices from the parties or the vendors. With this information, I prepare a settlement statement which sets forth the bottom line funds the buyer will need to bring to settlement. If the buyer has a lender, the lender must provide a TRID which details all settlement costs 3 days before settlement. In a cash transaction, our law firm provides the numbers. Settlement is scheduled with all parties and the big day arrives. Papers are signed and funds are dispersed. But my job is not end at settlement. After settlement, the attorneys and I make sure that the deed and any other settlement documents are recorded with the county courthouse. Our final duties are preparing title policies and tracking releases from any loan or judgment payoffs at settlement. This is real estate settlements in a nutshell. Of course, each transaction has its own unique parties, which makes my job interesting and sometimes entertaining. Come see us for your real estate transactions and settlements. It will be an enjoyable and educational experience.
I'm Stella. If you file bankruptcy through our firm, you will work with me. I do most of the real work. Well, not quite. Ann and Michael, the attorneys, will meet with you, consider your situation, and help you decide what to do. Then I help with all the processing and procedural requirements. There is a myth. All bankruptcies are created equal. This just isn't true. I need to put together different information and documents for each case. Some clients get a bit frustrated because I am so thorough. You depend on us to help you file your case correctly and completely so that you will get the debt relief you need. If you're not careful preparing your case, there could be complications. By the way, I have been doing what I do with this firm since November 1991. I know what I'm doing.
Hi, I'm Janine Krausen, Mike Krausen's mom. So in the office, I'm often called Mom. Mike asked me one day in June of 2005 if I could just help him out with some typing. And I have been there ever since, working part-time for Shaw and Krausen. A big part of what I do is I greet the clients, I make sure they're comfortable, and I chat with them. And when you get a call to remind you about your appointment, it's probably from me. I also prepare most of Mike's district court cases, and I file them. Maryland state courts have required electronic filing since December of 2016. It saves paper and it's a little bit complicated. Once I get the complaint, I make sure that we have the filing fees for it. Then I have to prepare a non-military affidavit. The law protects our service members who are on active military duty. I do not file any lawsuits against anyone who is currently serving actively in our military. The complaint, each exhibit, and non-military affidavit must all be filed separately for each and every case. It's time-consuming. I like what I do, I enjoy visiting with the clients, and I'm happy I get to work with my son.